Corned beef is a cheap and easy meal and a favourite with the kids. I like to cook it at the start of the week, so then I've got the leftover corned beef to slice up for sandwich meat for school lunches and for me to take to lunch. What I like about it, in that respect, is that it's $7 a kilo, in comparison to say deli meats, which are average around $15, $18 a kilo. So you're getting cheap sandwich meat as well as a good family meal. So we're going to boil the corned beef, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in an orange. Why I use an orange? For two reasons. One, the natural sweetness of the orange helps sort of balance out the saltiness of the corned beef, and two, the acids from the citrus help tender the meat a little bit. We've got an onion, 3 cloves of garlic, and a spice mix. The spice mix is a tablespoon of peppercorns, tablespoon of coriander seeds, and a good pinch of oregano, dried oregano. I'm also going to add in a splash of vinegar, about a tablespoon. I just give it a splash, and what I'm using is a malt vinegar, only because it was a cheap vinegar and it's a bit of a multi-purpose vinegar. Okay, so first of all I'm just going to add the corned beef into the saucepan. So pop that in the saucepan. I've got about 2 litres, 2.5 litres of water. Now just quarter the orange. In that goes. And the onion, just knocking off the root, cutting it in half. Quartering the onion. Popping in the herbs and spices. The garlic, just giving it a smash and just peeling off that skin, and in with the onion and a good splash, about a tablespoon of vinegar. Now I'm going to pop the lid on. I've got it on high, boil that. Once it reaches a rapid boil, then I'm going to just turn it down so it simmers, and I'm going to simmer it for about an hour. Just a nice slow simmer. So now that's boiling, what I'm going to do is turn it down to medium, and then put the lid on and let that simmer for the hour. Okay, so it's been an hour. I'm going to turn the corned beef off heat, leave it in the pot, just take it off, and I'm going to let that sit there until we're finished with our veg and our sauce. So the first thing now is I'm going to chop up our potatoes. We're just going to do a skid-on butter potato, so just not as fine as when I want to do a mash, just little chunks, and keep the skin on. I used a brushed potato, so all we do is give it a bit of a wash first. So with the snow pea, this back ridge has like a stringy stalk, so all I'm going to do is cut and then just peel off that back bit. Give it a nick and then just peel off that back bit. Okay, so we've got our potatoes, our steamer with our snow peas, the broccolis and beans in there. Put that on boil, and then we'll make the sauce. Onion mustard sauce, I love it, it's great, it's got full of flavour, it's easy, and it goes great with corned beef. I've got a cup of milk, a tablespoon of flour, teaspoon of mustard. I've got an English mustard. You can use a Dijon mustard or a seeded mustard, whatever your preference, and half an onion diced up. So for the sauce, I've got about a tablespoon and a half of butter. I'm just going to put that in the pan. Low heat, medium to medium heat. And we're just going to saute the onions, which is basically just slowly cook them until they become clear. Okay, so the onions have been frying for a few minutes now. I'm going to add in the flour, stir that around till that's thick. Put in half the milk, give it a stir, and then the rest of the milk. Add in the mustard, and just stir that through. Now that'll take several minutes now to thicken up, so that's all we're waiting for. Just give it a stir every now and then and keep an eye on that. When it thickens up, we're ready to dish up. Okay, as you can see, that's thickened up nicely, so we'll take that off the heat and serve up. Okay, the potatoes are cooked. I've drained them. I'm going to add in some butter, about 2 tablespoons of butter, and a good pinch of parsley, fresh parsley. Now, this is parsley that I've brought fresh, cut up, diced up nice and fine, and then put in the freezer, so it's great and handy. Okay, so I've taken the corned beef out of the pot. It's nice and ready. Just going to carve it up now. Oh, look at that, nice and moist. Some of the nice buttered potatoes. And of course the lovely onion mustard sauce. Another great family favourite.